therapy-based or mobility training with traditional Pilates exercises can be helpful to improve stability, mobility, alignment, and precision with those exercises. Today's downstretch variation on the Pilates reformer integrates transfer of forces from the lower to upper body, working on strength and optimal function in the shoulder girdle, as well as alignment, coordination, and control of the trunk. To begin, you'll essentially start in a plank position on the knees. Choose a light to medium spring. I am demonstrating on one blue spring. Be sure that your core is engaged, including your hamstring and glutes, to keep your hips pressed forward. Lower abdominals are pulled up and in. Rib cage and shoulder blades are pulling towards the waist, wide across the chest, shoulders open, eyes looking straight forward. The feet are pressed back against the shoulder rests with the toes tucked forward, heels as much as possible up the length of the shoulder rest. To avoid excessive flexion in the wrists, be sure that the hands are sitting more on top of the foot bar than closer to you. Let's begin by working on the transfer of force from the lower body to the upper body by extending the arms away from the foot bar. Reach the sit bones straight back so that the spine essentially stays in neutral. Be sure that you're extending the arms as far away as possible without releasing the ribs towards the springs. This may or may not be as low as I'm demonstrating. This depends not only on the flexibility and range of motion in your shoulders, but also in the control of the trunk muscles. Feel free to continue this exercise until you feel comfortable with the coordination of the arm extension with the strength of the torso. Let's move on to the traditional downstretch with the additional variation of tricep dips. Begin by pulling the lower abdominals into the lower back. Lower back pulls behind you, rounding the spine one vertebrae at a time until the head is in line with the arms. Hold this deep C-curve flexion as you extend the knees back, using the hamstring and glutes. When you can no longer hold that deep flexion with your knees out, open up into neutral spine. Here we're going to add that tricep dip. The shoulder girdle should still stay open with the shoulder blades pulled down, and importantly, the rib cage stays connected to the abdominals. To return the carriage, think of lifting the chest through the arms, outside of the shoulders, pulling towards the back, shoulder blades pulling down, and again, rib cage still connected to the abdominals. And that leads you right into the next exhale. Pull the abdominals into the lower back pulls behind you, rounding the spine into a deep C-curve flexion. Keep that flexion as you press the knees out until you can no longer hold the flexion. Open up into neutral. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, press, lift the chest through the arms. Inhale. Into your next exhale, round the abdominals into the lower back. Pull the lower back behind you, round into that C-curve. Keep that curve as you extend the knees. Open the chest into neutral. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press, and inhale, lift the chest, open the shoulders, ribs connected to the abs. Last and final round, let's make it our best. Lift the front of the hips, tilt the pelvis, and round the spine, pressing the carriage out and lengthen to neutral. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press, and inhale, lift the chest high, eyes up. Round the spine one last time, and we'll reverse. Okay, from your deep C-curve position, you're going to press the hips forward, reversing the movement, lengthening the torso into neutral, shoulders open, rib cage still pulled towards the abs. Inhale, bend the elbows into your tricep dip, press it back up, and now we're going to reverse the sit bones up towards the ceiling, lengthening the spine one vertebrae into a back extension as you press the knees back, only until they are aligned under the hips. Even in this back extension, the rib cage and abdominals are in full control in this lengthened position. Stay out as you start to lift the front of the hips up into a tilt, going back into your deep C-curve flexion, rounding the spine, slowly bringing the knees and the carriage forward. Inhale, prepare for another round. Exhale, lift the hips up and forward, lengthening into neutral. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift the sit bones up towards the ceiling, pressing the carriage out, keeping that rib cage and scapula connection as those arms extend up. Exhale, tilt the tailbone under, hips lift, round the spine, bring the knees and carriage forward. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lengthen it out to neutral. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift the sit bones up, extending the spine. And exhale, tailbone down, front of the hips up, rounding the spine, bringing the carriage forward. One more round with me. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, press the hips forward. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift the sit bones, arching the spine, keeping the ribs and scapula connected. And exhale, tilt the tailbone up and round the spine. Or you can hang out here and stretch. For more scapula and shoulder work with full body integration, be sure to check out my other videos. Thanks for watching.